Hey there. So today's beginner tutorial is going to be on windmills. They're a lot like two-beat weaves, except they happen around your head. When I was first learning this move, I was taught it as a variation on a corkscrew. That is, you would take a corkscrew in horizontal plane and you kind of like shove your upper body into it and then gradually straighten up until you got the thing vertical, right? I don't actually think this is a great way to learn it for a couple reasons. Number one, the difference in the body mechanics between doing a corkscrew and doing a windmill are actually quite different. Gravity's helping you out in very, very different places between those two moves. The other reason I don't like it is that for the longest time it meant that my planes were slightly off in my windmill, like so, as opposed to straight up and down, which makes it look a lot prettier, right? So in this video, I'm going to take you guys through a method that I think is a little bit, I'm not going to say it's easier, but what it does do is it trains you in better technique. And so when you get around to doing other moves that go around your head, it'll help you out immensely for putting those together. So the place we're going to start off is with the tic-tac that we used in my previous series on turns. The tic-tac, of course, is just switching the poi back and forth across your body, right? Now, the trick here is we're going to explore some of the range that we can do with this tool. We're going to stick our arms straight out, away from us, as we execute the tic-tac. We're going to bring it straight down against our bodies. We're going to bring it straight out again, and this time what you're going to do is you're going to bend your elbow 90 degrees. Your upper arm should be even with your shoulders, and your lower arm should be pointed straight up. So your hand should be about even with the top of your head, if not slightly above it, right? Now, you'll note as I'm doing this, I'm in kind of a bow stance where my right foot is forward and my body is kind of tilted off by about 45 degrees, right? Now, as I'm doing this, I'm going to give myself a couple beats in this position. 1, 2, and then I'm going to turn my head 90 degrees to the left, and once again, give it 1, 2 beats. Turn my head back forwards, give it 1, 2 beats. Turn it 90 degrees to the left for 1, 2 beats. Now, biomechanically, you are doing exactly the same thing. The only thing that's changed is the position of your head, right? But you'll note that what we've done is we've changed from seeing it in kind of a wheel plane perspective where it's on either side of our body to a wall plane perspective where it's rotating in front of and behind us. Yeah? Sweet. I want you to work on this until you can get it solid with 10 beats with your head turned 90 degrees to the left, right? Once you're there, it's time to bring your other hand into it. And you're going to face the other direction. And I spin clockwise as my dominant direction spins. So for me, my left hand is going to be going reverse. If your dominant direction of spin is counterclockwise, just reverse all these directions, you know? So with my left hand doing reverse tic-tacs on the left-hand side of my body, once again, I'm going to explore my range. I'm going to stick my hand out as far as I can take it, and I'm going to bring it as far down as I can take it. I'm going to bring it back as far out as I can take it one more time. I'm going to bend my elbow 90 degrees. And again, you'll note my hand is just about at the top of my head, if not slightly above it. And I'm in, my narrow bow stance. And I'm going to turn my head 90 degrees to the right and hold it for a couple beats. Turn my head back, hold it for a couple beats. Turn my head 90 degrees to the right and hold it for a couple beats. And see if I can work my way up to holding this for 10 beats. Again, there's absolutely no difference in the biomechanics here except for the orientation that your head has in relation to it. If it helps, try even closing your eyes as you're doing it. Right? Now if you've got it down with both hands, it's time to start putting all the pieces together. So to do this, I'm going to start off with my bow stance to the left, which means that both of my poi are going to be turning reverse in split time, same direction. And I'm going to bend my elbows up so that my hands are about even with my head. And I'm going to watch the poi that is attached to my right hand. And when it goes up and back towards me, my entire body is going to follow it around. and it's going to wind up on the right side of my body after I have turned 180 degrees. My left hand is still on my left hand side, right? And now that I'm over on this side, of course, it looks like my poi are turning forwards in relation to me. I'm going to take a look at the poi in my left hand, and instead of waiting for it to go up, I'm going to wait for it to come back down towards my left. And once again, my body's going to follow it. I wait until my right hand is going up towards my right shoulder. I wait until my left hand is coming down past my left shoulder. Right hand up past my right shoulder, left hand down past my left shoulder. And you'll want to try and do this as a superset. So think of it as being like, okay, I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4 beats. 1, 2, 3 beats. 1, 2, 3 beats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Once you're at this point where you're doing just one beat on each side, you're going to abruptly decide to freeze your head in one position. And guess what? You're doing a windmill. Congratulations! As time goes on, you may decide that you're going to get your hands more engaged in it, or you may decide that you're going to keep it coming from your body core, whichever flavor you prefer. It totally makes no difference. One thing that these are really, really good for is if you've got down both your reverse weave and your forwards weave, you can use your windmill as a tool for getting between your reverse weave and your forwards weave in a move that's sometimes referred to as a 4x4 fountain. And that move will be the focus of next week's video. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again next Friday. Have a good week. Peace.